Swave said that dude had a knife and was trying to stab Diz. Is that true?
Yeah.
Pin it up.
All right. Since our last interview, I interviewed Poison Pen, and he spoke about the Dizaster versus Math Hoffa situation. He said when Diz came to New York to battle Swave, that he held Diz down and protected him. He said this guy was arguing with Diz in the crowd and followed him to the bathroom. And when I interviewed Swave, Swave said that dude had a knife and was trying to stab Diz. Is that true?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
That was like, the thing is, not only am I saying that to validate Penn's truth because he is telling the truth, but also to reinforce the fact that there's a lot of animosity in like that whole situation and in Diz's heart at that time. And that's how serious it was that like bulls were really like damn near trying to slide on bro over that shit. And like, yeah, pulls out pokers and all that shit.
Whoa.
And Feng didn't hold him down and make sure he was straight. It's all facts.
Swave said right after the battle, Diz dipped and went to the airport. Is that true?
I mean, I don't know the exact timeline, but I don't think he stuck around for hella long. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was there and then he dipped. Honestly, I would love if Diz went back to New York, and I think he would be embraced and would get so much love. And I think it's just like this misperception in Diz's head that like New York don't fuck with him and all this shit. But like, it's a shame because Diz, you know, New York is the mecca of the culture, and Diz probably has a lot of people that hold him in high regard, and he's beloved out there, but he'll never get to experience that because of this whole situation.
What about a rematch with Math?
For what? I mean, yeah, I guess it would be like at this point, yeah, you know, like I guess it would be cool. Like, I guess it could be cool if there is a way that they could both make money off of it, and they could both transcend it, and it wouldn't be this thing that was a source of pain or negativity to both of them. Because let's be honest, that's what it is at this point. You know, Matt was talking about how, you know, like his kids were being asked about that in school. That's not cool. You feel me? Like, that is a real ass dude, bro. Like, he could have, you know what I'm saying? He was really fucked up what happened to him. And Diz, you know, had threats on him and negativity, and it's definitely inhibited the perception of him and his career as well. You know, I think it's a net negative for both parties, and anything that perpetuates that doesn't make them both transcend it and put them in a more positive situation, like there's no point at this stage. I think that Penn is correct. I should have done more to hold down and keep Matt safe as a boss, as he's in my soil. And that's why immediately afterwards, what did I do? Matt Hoffa got paid, I believe, $6,000 for that battle, and I sent him another $5,000 immediately after out of my own pocket.
Wow.
At the time, that was more like, you know, like, because obviously Matt would probably be getting 25 or 50 bands and more money now. Who knows? You know, he's a famous media personality, podcaster and shit. So is Diz, is transcended. But at the time, in 2014, 5-6 bands was a good amount for a headlining battle on King of the Dot. It still is, actually. And you wind up over making 10 off of that.
Why did the fight never happen? Wasn't there supposed to be a celebrity boxing fight or something like that?
There's been like multiple attempts, but none of them made it past the getting off the ground stage. As far as like, they never made it past the embassy stages of actually setting up, you know what I'm saying, the battle.
This was directly with Damon Feldman, or was it different celebrity?
There's multiple times, bro. There's multiple times. I want to say there's been 4 or 5 times people have tried to make in the past decade. There's been 4 or 5 times at least.
But there was a time where it was with the official celebrity boxing, right?
Correct. I mean, like, they're, from my understanding, I never had any conversations with them directly but from my understanding, yes.
Would you like to see them finally settle it and put it to bed?
I'd like to see them transcend it, whatever that looks like. I don't want to, if Diz and Matt feel like they can do that with a podcast and a conversation and or a battle or this or that. Cool. If that plus a fade is needed, plus a bag is needed, cool. I just think that it's a black guy that's already healed at this point, and we're either gonna move back it, we're gonna move past it and transcend it, or we're just gonna give each other black eyes till our fucking collarbones are broken. You feel me? And our, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or we're doing looks Mexican rituals trying to break our own cheekbones.
Because how did Sirius and Math get past theirs, right?
That's a good point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and to be honest with you, I don't know exactly where Matt and Sirius are emotionally with each other.
Oh, right. Because then in later years, even after the second battle, they started talking shit to each other, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Like they like that, and we've seen that kind of with Diz and Math too. We've seen them like have to. I'll say this: obviously, Diz and my brother, and me and Math have been cool for a long time. You know, we've been on. I would love to do a pod with Matt. I would love to do an interview or streaming with Matt anytime.
Yeah. Why haven't you gone over there?
No, I totally would. It just hasn't worked out timing wise. We've talked multiple times, sent each other well wishes and love. We've been on during the pandemic era, we were on a few fucking Twitter spaces together and we had great conversations. And I fuck with Matt Heavy. I think he's an awesome dude. I mean, Matt was Iron Solomon is the battle that, in my opinion, set off this era of battle rap. There is no conversation about this era in battle rap existing without Matt and Iron Solomon. That is more important. Yeah, to me as well. And I want to say their contributions are equal or greater than what anything me and Direct did, much less fucking a bitch last lane like Matt Ilst, not even hit the combo.